Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at the deck for the standard format, and this is something new. This is something brand new. This is something from the Sun and Moon. Yes, it is. So today we're looking at Lurantis-GX and Solgaleo-GX, the deck that I actually have built maybe like a month ago, and I still didn't publish it online, and I still didn't even have a time to play with it too much. But right now I actually built it, it's completed, and this is a final version of the deck. First, you're gonna notice, of course, Lurantis-GX and Solgaleo-GX. Let's talk a little bit about that. Solgaleo-GX is going to be the main attacker because he's going to use Sunsteel Strike for 230, and he's going to be a main attacker against heavy EX and heavy GX decks who have tons of HP, so we can just go with the Sunsteel Strike for the one-hit knockout against them. Ultra Road is a pretty badass ability because you can simply, once you get turn, switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemons. Insane. Solgaleo-GX can search your deck for up to 5 energy cards, and you can simply put in your Pokemons in any way you like. Weakness is times 2 to your 2 Volcanions, for example. Not a big deal, we have weakness policies for that. Resistance -20 to Psychics, very popular Mega Mewtwo deck. 3 retreat cost, really doesn't matter, we have Ultra Road, so we don't care too much about retreat cost. Lurantis-GX 210 HP, again, weakness on fire. Really doesn't matter, we have weakness policy. 210 HP, Flower Supply for 40, it will attach to basic energy from discard pile to benched Pokemons in any way we like, so yeah, Lurantis is actually going to be here to energy acceleration and to that Solgaleo-GX backup, but also Solar Blade can go for 120, which is more than enough to go for the one knockout against annoying Shaymin, for example, when your opponent a bench. Overall, a deck is pretty cool. It's very interesting to play with it. I'm running 16 Pokemons in total, 33 trainer cards and 11 energies. So 2 Shaymin-EXs for the setup. 3-2 line of the Lurantis. Decided to go with 3 Fomantis and not 2, just because I want to have much better option to start with my Fomantis instead of the Lurantis. 4 Cosmog, 2 copies of Cosmoem, and 3 copies of Solgaleo-GX as a main attacker I mentioned earlier. So let's go and take a look at the item cards. 2 copies of Level Ball, so I can simply search my deck for a Fomantis, Cosmog, or a Cosmoem. It's very important to set up as many Fomantis and Cosmogs as you can on your turn 1. 4 copies of Rare Candies for the best consistency, and maybe turn 2 Solgaleo-GX for that Soul Burst GX. 1 copy of Super Rod, so I can simply shuffle back in any combination 3 Pokemons or basic energies from my discard pile, but mainly it's here to recycle Pokemons. 4 copies of Trainers Mail, Ultra Balls, and VA Seekers, mostly, as always, in all of my decks. Stadium choice was a little bit hard for me because I didn't find enough space to fit 2 Stadiums or Stadium and Delinquent. So I simply decided to go with 1 copy of Silent Lab. Why no Pearl City? Because these days most popular Tier 1 decks run Pearl City, so if your opponent plays Pearl City, you simply cannot get rid of Pearl City. On the other side, if you go first and you get lucky with the Silent Lab turn 1, you can simply put Silent Lab in play, prevent your opponent from being able to use Setup, Scouring, Steam Up, and other basic abilities that basic Pokemon can use. Silent Lab can also help me a lot in Volcanion matchups, so yeah, makes a lot of sense. Lysandre ×1. Switch one of your opponent benched Pokemons with his or her active Pokemon. 2 Lysandres can be good, especially with the Solgaleo and Sunsteel Strike. You simply want to get knockout against EX, not just a basic Pokemon, regular Pokemon, not EX or GX. But still, for more other cards, I just decided to go with 1 copy of Lysandre, 2 copies of N for drop support, and also 1 copy of Olympia. Why Olympia, you're probably gonna ask yourself. Garbodor is still very popular, and with heavy retreat cost and no Float Stone in play, if my opponent have Garbodor and I just stuck with Solgaleo without Float Stone in the active position, let's say knocking out Mega Mewtwo, how I'm gonna retreat down to the bench? There is no freaking way I can simply switch without something like Olympia, so Olympia makes a lot of sense in this situation. Probably a lot of you should ask why Pokémon Ranger. Well, I can just tell one thing. If I play against Glaceon, and if Glaceon actually use Crystal Ray, the game for me is over because I don't have basic attacker. All of my attackers are stage attackers, and I simply cannot do nothing for him. So I simply need to have Pokémon Ranger for that situation. Speaking about competitive. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, this card hand drop 7. 2 copies of Float Stone, very important card because if he really wants to use a Ultra Road and Float Stone for the rushing retreat. 2 copies of Weakness Policies. The Pokemon this card is attached has no weakness. Why Weakness Policy? Well, just for one reason. You're not going to be able to beat Volcanion by any means without Weakness Policy. So without Weakness Policy, this deck can't stand a chance against Volcanion EX. With 2 copies of Weakness Policies, still can be... I mean, probably you're gonna lose against Volcanion, but you still have greater chance to win against Volcanion. So when I'm building a deck, I'm trying to build a deck to be good against any deck in 7 format, so you can pretty much have a decent chance to beat anything that you're gonna face. So yeah, 2 copies of Weakness Policies makes a lot of sense, especially for weakness on both Pokemons on the fire. And of course, 11 basic energies, 4 of them are going to be grass energies, and 7 of them are going to be metal energies, because of course we're going to need more metal energies for Sunsteel Strike, instead of just the grass energies for that Flower Supply or Solar Blade. If you're looking for any of these cards, as always, you can find them on tcgcast.com, you can find the link in my video description. TCG Center 5 code can also give you the 5% discount on your first purchase. Keep that in mind. 1400 cards in exchange for Pokemon Sun and Moon sealed booster box. They can be commons, uncommons, rares, whatever, not the basic energy cards. You can also find the link in my video description, so just in case if you want to trade your old bulk for a brand new sealed box, check that out. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how Solgaleo and Lurantis-GX perform in the real action. So see you in the game. Alright, so starting with 1 copy of a Fomantis. Overall, there is a Trainers Mail, Ultra Ball, a Rare Candy, and Solgaleo-GX sitting in my hand. Oh, what a nice top deck this was. A Level Ball. Level Ball for 1 Cosmog, so I can put him down to the bench, energy attach. Just Trainer's Mail for Professor Sycamore, and I'm gonna end my turn right now. I can go for like a Shaymin, but I'm gonna end my turn right now, and simply next turn play my Rare Candy into my Solgaleo-GX. And after that, Ultra Ball for Shaymin, so I can set up for like a 6. Find more Fomantises, put them on the bench. I think this is going to be one interesting setup for me turn 2. Of course, if my opponent does not play M. So there is a Ultra Ball, Lysandre, and 1 Fairy energy discarded. So he have access to the Lysandre turn 1, which is not good at all. And look at this. This is a Volcanion EX, which means that he probably play a Rainbow Road Xerneas deck. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but since there is a Volcanion and 2 more, oh no! So he basically discarded 3 Fairy energies, not the Rainbow energies. 3 Fairy energies discarded turn 1, which means if he play Max Elixirs, and probably he played them, I can still feel like he has 7 or 8 basic energies and 4 double course energies. With 3 of them in the discard pile, not sure will he be able to get what he need. Still, there is 1 Joltik. Yeah, I simply need to find myself a... Okay, there's a double course energy attachment, which means I'm good for now. No way, no! No, you can't do that to me. No way. So there we go with the end. Of course I can get even better hand than this one. And of course I'm not gonna get a better hand than it was. But still. Super Rod. Okay, finally. He can recycle back energy cards he discarded. I mean, okay, not the end of the world, but I'm definitely not happy with that end because, yeah, I'm not happy at all. Okay, so there is the Xerneas number 1. My main targets are gonna be those EXs on his bench. I don't need Weakness Policy, of course I'm gonna discard Weakness Policy here with my Sycamore for 7. And look at this, I'm even forced to discard my Shaymin, and I'm not getting nothing here. This is not good. Oh, no way that this is happening right now. No way that this is happening right now. I mean, I can take a risk, set up Shaymin for like 2 more cards, and maybe find Rare Candy, and I know I'm doing a bad decision right now with setting down that Shaymin. At least I managed to pull Float Stone, so okay. Okay, at least something. Dang, that's insane. That's insane because I'm short for like a turn here to do something, and I managed to put Silent Lab in play, which means that Mew cannot use Memories of Down, so I can prevent him from like being able to attack me. Which means that he definitely needs to get Skyfield. Probably he runs Skyfield in his deck. There is Xerneas number 1. There is again Rainbow. It's not a Rainbow Energy, it's a Fairy Energy. Fairy Energy attachment to Mew and a V Seeker for a Lysandre. So he definitely wants to knocks out my Cosmog because he's the biggest threat right now. But I don't know if he even realized that I have Silent Lab in play. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't realize that he cannot use the Memories of Down simply because there is a Silent Lab in play. That was maybe a huge mistake for my opponent. But maybe he still has something. But without Stadium card, no, he can just encounter. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Managed to do something good here. And what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna probably... Nah, let's just go with the Sycamore for 7. Really don't need to play that end. I simply need more resources. And I simply need another Cosmog for the bench. But what I also need is a Ultra Ball. Guess what? For my Lurantis. I don't know what is happening because no Rare Candy, no Solgaleo yet, so at least I have my Lurantis, so I'm gonna put him down to the bench. I'm gonna retreat. And I'm gonna strike for like a 40. Not even enough for the knockout. I could go for 50 with my Lurantis-GX. But I'm gonna let my opponent to stay alive for like 1 more turn. Really doesn't matter too much. I could just simply knock him out and put him in very uncomfortable position, but then I would just waste my GX attack, and I don't think this is a smart option. I really don't think that would be good for me. So there we go with a double course energy attachment. I still didn't see a single max elixir from my opponent, which is definitely good. And there we go with the end. So he actually gonna refresh my hand up to 6. I still have 1 bench space for my another Cosmoem, and finally Cosmog actually, and finally there is a Rare Candy, so I can go into my Solgaleo finally, and there we go, another encounter. This is so devastating for my opponent at this moment, but at least he can search his deck for Galvantula right now and put it into his hand, and he managed to do that. And of course I can put my Solgaleos in play. What I'm searching for here is definitely, you can guess what. Okay, I can even take another Rare Candy, why not? A Lysandre, but I don't have one. But what I do have, I have 2 copies of Solgaleos. And Sycamore for 7. That's perfect. That's a near perfect for me. Knock with the Flower Supply, 2 more energy is going to be attached. 1 to my Solgaleo-GX with the Float Stone, 1 to my another Solgaleo without Float Stone. But to be honest, I could maybe even attach energy, Grass Energy to my Lurantis, so I can even use that Solar Blade for like 120. Well, decide not to do it. decide just to go with my Solgalos. Can he just get enough resources for the one-hit knockout? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 180, 200. He can go for like 200 right now, which means he needs one more different Pokemon type on his bench. And there we go, there's a Carbink, which means this is going to be a one-hit knockout against my Lurantis. But then I'm going to leave my opponent without a single energy attached in play, and then I can just simply go with my Solgalo Sunsteel Strike for like 230 times 2 because of the weakness. 460. That's insane. Oh, no problem. I can discard my Shaymin and one of my Fomantis from the bench. So, Rainbow Force. 230. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. So, time for a Super Rod. Alright. Time for the Trainers Mail, maybe for like nothing. Well, energy needs to be attached somewhere, and it's going to be down to my Lurantis. So this is going to be a Sunsteel Strike for 460, which is more than enough to knock out 4 Xerneas at once instead of just 1. And there we go with the Float Stone. So I'm still searching for that Lysandre because I simply need it. Also, energy is not bad because with the energy I can simply... Oh, nice! Carbink with the grass weakness. That means I can go for like 20 times 240 because Parasite is in play. Not gonna be enough for the knockout, but still I can just use Flower Supply, attach a couple energies to my Solgalo on the bench. My opponent had tons of cards in his hand. I still didn't see a single copy of Max Elixir, so he might not even play Max Elixirs. Finally, there's a Skyfield in play, so if he decides to put Skyfield in play, this is going to be a big advantage for me, because in that situation I can just simply go for the one-hit knockout against his Carbink with my Flower Supply. I'm not sure if he will do that, because this is not the best thing he can do, and he actually decides to pull that in, which is probably more than good for me, since I can maybe pull Lysandre and simply go for the knockout against his Shaymin with my Lurantis. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So there is one energy and Fighting Fury Belt again attached to his Xerneas, and it's my turn. So I'm gonna top deck another via Seeker, which means I'm gonna end. Before I decide to end, let's just Ultra Ball to see what else I have left. Of course, I'm gonna put one more Fomantis into my hand. No, Lysandre is prized. Dang! Lysandre prized, which is not good at all. So that means I'm gonna just go... I can knock him out with my Lurantis-GX. But why would I do that? He simply needs Float Stone. Oh no, 80. What the? 40? How I managed to strike for like an 80? I'm kind of confused. How that was enough for the knockout? Pearl City is... Oh, Pearl City is on his side. Yeah, okay, never mind. Didn't see it. Right now, his Carbink is knocked out, which means that he can promote, of course, Volcanion with the Float Stone in the active spot, so he can just switch to one of his Pokemon that he actually wants to use. Still, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon types on his bench, which means that he can go for 200, so still he is short for like a 10. That's more than enough for me, because even if he can pull the knockout with his Xerneas, I'm gonna be able to knock him out back with my Solgaleo-GX, and there's another round of the end, so I'm gonna get 3 more new cards, and there we go. There's a Sycamore, a Metal Energy, and the Rare Candy. Another Xerneas and the Double Core Energy, so he managed to get them both and Trainers Mail, but still no Max Elixir. I mean, at least what you need in this deck. You need at least Max Elixir, so you can go turn 1 for Rainbow Force, or XP Share, because XP Share makes a lot of sense. It cannot be scrapped. After you get knockout, you can just depend on searching your deck for like okay, top deck Res Energy. That's perfect. You can just depend on searching your deck for something like a double Chorus Energy. So Sunsteel Strike once again for 460, more than enough for the knockout. So where is the Lysandre? Let's see. Lysandre is here. Yes, it is. So a middle Lysandre, and that means only one thing. If he can pull another N, I'm gonna lose my Lysandre from my hand. If he can't, I have enough. Oh, there is a Max Elixir finally. Yeah, to go for like 200 plus damage counters, he's gonna need a Skyfield, double Chorus Energy, 2 more Pokemon types on his bench, a Lysandre. That's a lot of cards, but there we go with the Ultra Ball, which means he can pull another Shaymin-EX, for example, instead of 5 more cards. It's very important not to get knocked out. Oh no, there's just another Xerneas, which means I'm fine. And this is going to be a Lysandre next turn for me. Oh, Sycamore for 7, so the game is still not over, guys. The game is still not over, because he might pull the knockout here for like 250. Skyfield, Skyfield, Max Elixir, double Chorus Energy, whatever he needs. He needs Bishop, so he can have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types. No way! No way! Bishop, Float Stone, 1 more energy. No, my turn. Okay, the game is over. Well, the game is over. I can simply right now just Lysandre his Volcanion and strike him with my Sunsteel Strike for 230. I didn't even use my GX attack in this game, which is ridiculous. But at the end, I managed to knock out my opponent a Volcanion and grab last 2 prize cards, so I managed to win the game. So yeah, it was a very long game, but at the end, the lack of those Max Elixirs for my opponent was way too much. So I managed to pull victory. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the deck list. It's one interesting deck list that can be played in the standard format. I think this is a future of the standard. This is gonna be pretty dope and pretty badass deck in future standard format, because you're gonna be able to one-hit knock everything with the Solgaleo. Even with Professor Sycamore, you can add 20 more damage counters. That can be 250, more than enough for the one-hit knockout against everything. Yeah, even Solgaleo in a mirror match. And also that Lurantis can provide you extra acceleration with the energies. You can just stand in, you can just Ultra Road at the switch. You can also Soul Burst and attach up to 5 energies turn 1 to your Pokemons in play, which is just insane. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. If you have any questions, make sure to leave comments below. So yeah, stay tuned for more upcoming videos. See you in the next video. So have a nice day till then, and goodbye.